Welcome back, realvacantland.com. This is Luke Smith. I got another property for you. This one is in Dermont, Arkansas. It's a little town in the county of Chakut County, Arkansas. It's southeastern part of Arkansas, near the Mississippi River. A lot of the elevation in this town's like 50 foot. It's really close to the Mississippi River. So this property I think is good for a mobile home. This one in the background, I mean, that one went mobile in a tornado or something. That's not the property we're looking at. Thank goodness. Glad that's not my truck. That would have been a mess. So let's take a look at this property. I started researching. I got a bunch of these different properties. I'm like, okay, how do we use these properties, right? How do we make money on them? I'm asking $499 for one of these things. Why would you buy it? It's 0.16 acres. I think you buy it because the regulations allow you to put a mobile home or manufactured home or build your own home on this property. So if we look at this one, there's a couple mobiles next door. We can drop the Google guy in here and take a look at it and see what it looks like. We got power lines there. I'm pretty sure there's water lines and other utilities. Like, I'm not sure if it's sewer or not, but they've got a couple mobile homes next door, and you just got this field. I mean, you could drive right off this road into this field and set up your mobile home, right? Or you could lay a foundation and put a manufactured home on top of it. If you put a manufactured home on there, you could get classic, house finance. If you're doing mobile home, I mean, FHA still does insurance on mobile home finance. I was just researching the average cost of brand new mobile homes. So single wides are like $46,000 or $47,000. The average cost, national average cost for a brand new single wide. This is a single wide, right? It's about as wide as you can get it down the road. Double wides, like two of these hooked together. I mean, the average cost of that is like 80 something thousand dollars. And you say, that's a lot of money. But when you look at the economics of this, I think it starts making sense. You could buy one of these properties for $500, $499, and you could buy a brand new mobile home in there and put it in there and get financing. And you get government financing. If you got the land and a new mobile home, I mean, you can get 25-year FHA financing. And it sounds like the requirements are 5% down. So if you got like a single wide, what would that be? A single wide at 40 something, let's say 46 or 48, I think it's $48,000. It's the national average. So $48,000 times 0.05 for 5%, it'd be like $2,400 down. And you got a brand new single wide on a property like this, plus the property. So plus $499. You're talking less than $3,000 down to get a property and a brand new single wide. You'd have to pay for delivery. You'd have to pay to hook up the utilities. So add some more money on there, but there you go. I mean, that's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is a double wide would be 89, let's say 86. I mean, these are average prices for the country. $86,000 times 0.05. So 5% down would be $4,300 plus the $500 for the property. You'd be at $4,800 plus. It sounds like a lot of the mobile home manufacturers or dealers will do a delivery or free delivery in the area for like 100 miles from the research I was doing. If there's a dealer within 100 miles, it seems to be the standards across the country. Otherwise, basically they're cooking it into the price, and then you can use that to finance it, basically finance the delivery, maybe even the hookup. So they make it pretty easy to buy these things, get them delivered, get them hooked up, and you just need some land to put it on. So here's some land, $499 for a property you could merge one of those mobile homes with. I looked up a couple other financiers, and they're bragging about $1,500 down, $2,500 down, with 15, 20, 25-year terms, depending on a couple variables. If you got the land and the mobile, it sounded like 25 years. If you don't own the land and you're in a mobile home park, it sounds like 20-year financing. So there's different variables to it. Go check it out for yourself. So let's say we bought one of these new ones and we put it on the property. How much could you rent it out for if you don't want to live there? I mean, you could rent it out to somebody else, right? I was searching around. I'm trying to find rental in Dermont, Arkansas, and I don't think anybody there actually uses the internet because there's like nothing on the nothing on the internet. But this is for the area, kind of, a greater area around the area kinds of pricing for apartments. And so average rent for a studio in the greater large area is like 350 bucks. For a one bedroom, it's like 600 bucks. For these are apartments, not mobiles. These are apartments. Two bedrooms getting like 700 bucks. Three bedrooms like upper 700s. Four bedroom plus like 800 something. Cheapest rent in the area for like a two or three bedroom. I mean, two bedrooms are 530 and three bedrooms are 700, and they go up from there. If you had a new mobile, you could probably get some of the higher rents from the area because it'd be new, right? At least out of the gate. Um, I pulled up, I tried to pull up what's on Craigslist, see if I could find something for rent on Craigslist. And looking at that, I mean, here's a mobile home in Ward, which I don't exactly know where that is, but it's coming up in the kind of large region of the area. 650 bucks. There's a lot of these $650 for a mobile home, or 650. There's a 525 for 800 square foot one for a smaller one. 650. These are 1100 square foot. $500 for 800 square foot. 500, 525, 525. So it seems like that's what people are asking for rent is the 500s or 600s in the larger area. And so you could do the math, how much the payments would be, like if you amortized a $46,000 new purchase and rent it out for like $600 a month. I think you get a positive cash flow off of that. Maybe put a couple $100 in your pocket. Or if you did the bigger mobile home, maybe you get like an extra. It probably breaks about even because you get an extra $100 or $200 rent for double the cost, or almost double the cost. The other way I just started looking for like mobile homes for sale. So the other way to do it, here's an ad on Craigslist. I mean, it says they got to be gone in the next 30 days, and this ad is 2 months old. So I don't know if you can really use this anymore, but it gives you an idea. It's $1,000 for 5 mobile homes. And he's closing out a mobile home park, and he's got five of them for sale. So he's talking about the size, 14 by 54, so that's gonna be a single wide, and a 14 by 70, it's a longer single wide. All need little work, $1,000 to $2,500. Must be moved in 30 days. So you could buy a used mobile home for like $1,000 or $2,500, and they need a little bit of work to get them up to probably rentable standards, but you're probably paying another $1,500 or something to move the thing to the property. So for less than $5,000, you could get a mobile home, it moved and set up on this property and the property. So what happens if you start paying, $5,000? So let's say it was $5,000, and that's like a mobile home, an old mobile home with a little bit of cosmetic fix up, some paint and maybe some carpet or something. Moving it, buying it, hooking it up, and the land, $500 land that I've got for sale. Let's say you could get it for $5,000. And I mean, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it with all 5 of them that he has, right? I got 5 properties, do it times 5, get them all in the same block or something so they're easy to keep track of. So let's say you got $5,000 into this for one of them, and you're renting it for, these things are the cheapest rents I was seeing out there are $525. So let's divide that by $525. That's how many months it's going to take to break even if nothing else goes wrong. It's less than 10 months. It's like 5.5 months to break even. So if you did that, if you pulled it off, if you could get those kinds of numbers that I'm talking about, and then after 10 months, it's just free cash flow from there. Yeah, sure, people are going to move in, move out. You're going to have maintenance along the way, and you're going to have, people don't pay the rent and everything else. But still 10 months to pay off the land and a mobile home. That sounds economic to me. I don't know how long it takes to rent one of these things out, how easy or hard it is to rent one out. But you go look at the market, study it, and see if those numbers start making sense to you. And then somebody destroys the mobile home, like you go shopping on Craigslist, buy another one for $1,000 or $2,500 or something that someone's trying to get rid of. trying to get it off their land because they want to build a house there or something, and move it over and set that up. I've got a bunch of lots you could put mobile homes on and rent them out. I mean, you could do it all over town and just start your own quasi mobile home park. But I mean, just have a bunch of lots in the same town or a couple towns next to each other. Maybe if you get enough of them together, you could afford to pay somebody to be managing them for you, um, and run with it. So there's an idea of just some of the economics, just brainstorming. Please throw like monkey wrenches to this plan in the comments below. I'm sure there's a lot of things that could make it go wrong. Or if you want to try it and you want to pull off this kind of business model, this is like rich dad, poor dad style of buying stuff that pays you instead of you buying stuff that they could just use, buy assets instead of liabilities, right? So I think this is a tool that you could use, and you could do it times a whole bunch of them because I've got a bunch of these kinds of properties. But just look how easy it'd be to drag a trailer out onto this property. I mean, maybe you drive it past and then you back it in on an angle and you just park it there. Or maybe you just drive straight through, park it, and say, hello, neighbor, just keep driving to the next road. Or you do turn around, do U-turn, after you drop the thing and come back to the road. I mean, it's flat, right? There's no grading. There's no, you don't have to do anything. Maybe you drive it in, then you jack it up, and you stick some blocks under there, and you wrap a skirt around it, hook up the utilities. Maybe it's more than $5,000. Maybe it's less. Maybe it depends on how creative you are at pulling this off. So there's an idea of something you could use one of these properties for. Got buy it now set up on this thing, so you can go to the website. Well, this one still says price pending. Well, I'll fix that. Yeah, the buy it now is not working. So it just got on the website like minutes ago or whatever. I mean, it's only had 20 people looking at it. So $499. I'll get that fixed up. So before I post this video, so you can hit the buy it now and check out with it and run with it. I'll put a link to this listing down below in the description of this video. So feel free to go hit that link and it'll take you back to this property. And you can buy this one or many others that we have on the website like it to build your own quasi mobile home park. Or if you're looking for just a cheap place to live and get away from the bills, I just walked you through the math. So you could probably get your own place to live, your own home, your own property for like $5,000. So that ad for 5 mobile homes for sale is just an example. But let's see if you get some contact info. Here we go. So the guy's phone number is 501-351-7468 or 501-766-8565. Yeah, call him up. See if he's got some more mobiles available, right? Or post some ads. Go find some more. I'm sure there's other ads like this too. I didn't look very hard. This just took me like 2 minutes to find this ad. Yeah. So hopefully that plants a seed, gives you an idea, a way to go turn up your personal cash flow by buying some mobiles, putting them on the properties, and renting them out. Thank you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This is Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. And I just look at this picture in the background. It's making me laugh. That's got to be a tornado, right? Or a really pissed off, strong wife. See you in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.